In Rudolf Raspe's 1785 stories, The Adventures of Baron Munchausen, the fictional Baron tells many imaginative tales of his extreme resourcefulness. In one story, he accidentally tosses his hatchet all the way to the moon and uses quick-growing beans to grow a stalk tall enough that he can climb to the moon and retrieve it. In another, he fights a crocodile and a lion, surviving because he ducks just in time for the lion to lunge into the crocodile's mouth. And in yet another tale, he sticks his arm down a wolf's throat, grabs onto the animal's tail, and turns it inside out like a glove. In perhaps the best-known story, Baron Munchausen is riding his horse when he finds himself stuck in a large swamp. As the horse sinks deeper into the bog, the Baron glances around, trying to figure out how to get out of this latest precarious situation. He comes up with a somewhat peculiar solution. The Baron grabs himself by his pigtail, a long braid and a common hairstyle for men at the time, and pulls himself and the horse out of the swamp by his own hair. Pulling yourself up by your own hair, even if only metaphorically, seems impossible. But, with exception to the laws of physics the Baron breaks, we've all found ourselves in similar situations. You may have pulled yourself out of bed this morning or calmed yourself down during a heated debate. Maybe you pulled yourself out of a party when you knew you'd had one drink too many. You surely had to pull yourself through major life changes, as when you moved to a new town, when you launched your career, and when you started or ended a relationship. The Baron's story about pulling himself out of the muck has become an allegory for many of the moments when we have to motivate ourselves. Like yours, my life has involved a fair amount of pulling. I grew up in an Israeli kibbutz, a communal society where private property was frowned upon and money was considered dirty, and not only because it touched many hands. As part of the ideology, I shared my property, which included my room, toys, and clothes, with the other children my age, even though we weren't family. Now I'm a professor in the business school at the University of Chicago, which prides itself on embracing a capitalist ideology, including the fundamental value assigned to personal property.